Across several counties, a live look from Durham where the Eno River continues to rise. And we welcome you on this first alert day. I'm Eno River.
And I'm Sydney Schofield in for Joel Brown. This morning we are bringing you live team coverage of the impacts of the remnants of Tropical Storm Chantal.
Breaking News 1 is on the roads looking for flooding that could impact your morning commute. Jimmy's Price is in Durham where evacuations are underway. And Tamara Scott is live in Chapel Hill where dozens of people have been evacuated overnight because of flash flooding. So we're going to start with Jimmy's, who has a very active scene where she is. She's actually seen cars that are completely underwater. If we can get to Jamise, that would be great so we can show exactly what's going on there. Good morning, Jamise.
Good morning, Anna. We are here in the Ripley Stream townhome community where the Eno River is right behind it, and it is spilled through its banks here, and you can see that flood water just continuing to rise here in the parking lot of this townhome community. And you can see here just how high the water is. You see that white van there. Next to the white van, you also have a car where the water is covering the side mirror, and then on the other side of that white van you also have more of that flooding where you could barely see the tops of those vehicles. So certainly a lot of people waking up this morning frustrated by what they are going to walk out and see, and that is this flood water really doing some major damage to cars out here. I also spoke to some people who live in this community. They told me that the flood water is rising inside their homes, coming up just above their ankles here. So they are dealing with flooding inside their homes. So a lot of damage to this community. This is right off of Roxborough here near the Harris Teeter Shopping Plaza. I also had an opportunity to speak with Durham Fire and Rescue. They told me they had to evacuate several people from this neighborhood and get them out of those homes where the water was rising earlier this morning. They told me they started to notice that water coming into their homes about 1 a.m. So this has been going on for a while now, and hopefully we can start seeing this water to recede, and so the folks can get back into their homes. But that is not happening anytime soon. Now that we are starting to get light in this area, you can really see the significance of this flooding and the damage to this neighborhood. Of course, we're going to try and talk to folks who live here and get some more information from Durham Fire and Rescue. Once we get that, we'll share it with you. I'll send it back over to you now in the studio, Sydney and Anna.
Absolutely. Not what you want to wake up to on a Monday morning. Jamise, thank you. We'll stay on top of that for sure. And we've also seen flooding and evacuations in Orange County.
Yeah, Tamara Scott is in Chapel Hill this morning. Tamara, what are you seeing there so far?
Hey, good morning, Anna. Yeah, we're right off of South Estes Drive here at the Camelot Village apartment complex. Take a look what's happening here behind me. There's a tree blocking the roadway, and then right to the right of that is the river that was flooded. And you can see some of that erosion that's come through with the floodwaters that came overnight, sending a bunch of debris down there. Now that the sun is heading up, take a look straight ahead. There's some cars that you see straight ahead that way, and you can see they're kind of parked weirdly, right? Why would you park that way? That's not how they park. That's where the water carried them. We're getting a clearer look this morning. I got a chance to talk with the property manager very briefly. She told me that the first floor residents here got water in as much as up to chest high overnight when that rain first started coming in yesterday evening. Now at this point they have 37 different hotel rooms for their residents that she has gotten evacuated. Now this is not the only place that saw water. Chapel Hill tells us they completed 50 water rescues overnight. Most of those rescues happened where floodwaters might have gone into apartments or homes just like this. 60 people overall in Chapel Hill have been displaced. But the water also stranded some moviegoers overnight. Imagine you went to go in and see a movie and you came out to your car flooded. That was the reality for folks leaving this theater overnight. It was pitch black, and you see first responders helping them out.
It was crazy. We just thought we'd, spend a rainy day at the theater. We wanted to see a particular movie, and we had out, never thinking anything would happen. And literally right after our movie ended, we came outside, and there was about 3.5, 4 foot of water around our car. And, we could feel the current kind of moving us in the parking lot. Okay, so now the water has receded, and you can see
the tree here laying in front of that driveway that entered the apartment complex. And we're going to back up here because I want to show you where the debris has left in the road here. You can see all of this sand and dirt that's here is not normally here. This is where the water receded, taking with it all of that dirt and grime. There's even a dumpster on the other side of the road. There's tree limbs all over everywhere. The power company just got these lights back up working, but definitely we were told by the property manager it's going to take months for them to clear out all of those apartments. Almost every single building there with the first floor got water, and I can see some of the line receding. You can see there's a water line there in the apartments just off in the distance now that the sun is coming up. So quite a bit of damage there and a lot of people displaced this morning. Back to you.
Such a mess. Lots of people going to have to clean up this morning. It's really going to take a while.